And heading into a tough late afternoon game against the Arizona Cardinals, Pat.
Yeah, three things scare me about this game. One, whoever is running the football for the Arizona Cardinals as the running back. Two, Kyler Murray. Did you see I saw a statistic earlier this season. There was no one better passing rating-wise inside the 30-yard line than Kyler Murray all season. He's like Josh Allen inside the red zone, but 10 yards deeper. And then Budda Baker, safety for the Arizona Cardinals, is having a quiet to us because we're on the East Coast, unbelievable season. I sat down and watched two Cardinals games at points this season, and those are the three things that jump out. But they're also, much like the Bills, and maybe more the way the Bills used to be, it seems they play to their competition every single game. You can tell the coaching staff is still a little bit green because there are mistakes where you go, whoa. And you can tell that Kyler Murray is still pretty young. Yet, I don't know, man. Like, this game is winnable as long as you can get control early and keep control throughout the game. You don't have to be spectacular. You just have to be able to outduel a second-year quarterback and a coaching staff that's still getting used to what's going on there.
If the defense shows up half the way they did to Russell Wilson last week, the Bills should have no problem with this. The fact that Russell Wilson was knocked down the most, not this season, but by any quarterback in the NFL in that game, shows how much Leslie Frazier's defense was able to just totally throw them off kilter. Now, I get it. Kyler Murray is a younger version of him. They've got a couple more weapons at the wide receiver position that are pretty dangerous themselves. But I'm telling you, the defense really did a fantastic job. Now, the consistency with the offense and the running game, which I've been waiting for a long time, showed up. That got you your 44 points. I think you can do that again. You're going to have to duplicate the same thing with a faster running back with a hell of an arm.
So here's the problem, though. It's matchups, right? Like the Bills' defense matched up really, really well against Seattle because you didn't have to cover tight ends across the middle, and they weren't going to run the ball. They had to activate a guy off the practice squad just to have enough bodies to run. A.J. Klein, the linebacker that's been a disaster all season, should have been Defensive Player of the Week. 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. He had a bunch of tackles for loss. He can't play in coverage. He can't play the run, but he can pin his ears back and go get Russell Wilson. You saw it. When now he has to account for not only being able to rush the passer, but cover and watch the run game, you got serious problems. The Bills matched up way better defensively with Seattle than they do against Arizona.
There's something, a dynamic here that I don't quite get. I pay attention to the power rankings. I know we talked about this before. Just about everybody's got Buffalo ranked ahead of Arizona, but Arizona's favored by 1.5 in this game. And they say, well, yeah, it's because it's in Arizona, but there's no fans. I don't get the dynamic right now of factoring in home field advantage without fans into these NFL odds, Tariq.
I think it's the travel. What's so great about McDermott is that he's very technical when it comes to the travel. I know a few games this year they've lost. They're on the road. They've been great at home, but I think he's got them focused, ready to play, and it's the travel of going into the West Coast and that type of thing, that advantage.
So let's pick it. I'll give it to you first, Tariq, at 1.5. Who do you like?
Arizona by a field goal.
Pat?
I think if you have that performance against Seattle, you beat them. You've been beating teams in unconventional ways all season long. You can do it on the ground. You can do it through the air. You've been doing it defensively. You've been doing it offensively. I think that Sean McDermott is smarter than people have been giving him credit for, including myself. I think he finds a way to do it, and I think they do it by 1.5. They straight up do it up.
Okay, I'm with Tariq. I like the Cardinals by 3 because I think the Bills are coming off their best played game of the year. It's tough to duplicate that 2 in a row. And the Cardinals are coming at this from the other angle. They lost to Miami in a real tough one. They're at home. I'll give it a real good game in the Cardinals by 3.